Hello everyone, Coach Carole with you again today on the 2nd of January 2023. This is tip 2 for those who are writing their family history stories this year. Yesterday's tip was all about defining and determining why you were doing that. What is driving you to record the stories of your ancestors? Today, I would like to dig into more about how you do the process of research to uncover the stories that you want to tell. There was a famous quote, and I'll put a link to it in the notes below the video, that goes like this. The genealogist is more interested in the who, when, and where questions about ancestors. The family historian is more about the how, the what, and the why. Today I'll focus a little bit more on the who. Who are you going to research this year? Whose stories are you going to uncover? And keep in mind why you're doing this. For me, I'm starting on a new journey of looking into my husband's line, the McCullochs, the Scottish clan, with the plethora of Alexanders to look up in my research. Over the last couple of days, I have been digging deeper into that line of inquiry to uncover some of the stories there and working out whose story I need to tell. And it's very interesting when you look back into the archives and you find snippets of information that lead you to the next point of inquiry. And of course, asking questions of the person whose family tree this belongs to is a good place to start. When looking into the McCulloch family tree, I was interested in the paternal line and stretching back through all the Alexanders back into the 17th century. But I came across a couple more recent in the 1890s and looked deeper at the facts that I had already recorded for the people in this family tree. I knew that my husband's father and grandfather and great-grandfather were all named Alexander. And I looked first for the parents of my husband's father, and that set up another line of inquiry because it wasn't simple. There were changes of partners. There were different children in those trees. Whose story am I going to tell? And do I have the right to tell it? I need to check first on all the facts that I have about the family and ask the right questions. How many aunts did you have? Were there other children who did not survive? That very simple question led me to another line of research where I uncovered a very sad tale. And that is probably going to be where I'm going to start my next family history story. The tale of the twins. So when you're getting started in writing your family history and you want to make sure that you are focused on the who in the story, whose story is it, then make sure that you have recorded the information from your research somewhere for you to look back on. My favourite tool is Evernote, where I'm keeping the notes for the McCulloch family tree. But I wanted to stretch your possibilities in this tip by first looking at the who. Who are you going to tell the story about? And you'll need to do some research. So my next tip will be more about the process of researching. And I do have a course that you can look at if you need help with that. I'll put the link below the notes. So this has been tip number 2. Who will you research in your family tree?